HBNR families, welcome back to the channel. So this is the sewing section of the Raglan sleeve hoodies. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I drop new video. So let's get started. Thanks for watching. HBNR. So I'm going to start with the stitching of the front pocket of the hood. So I'm going to hem the pocket opening like this. So I'm going to do the same thing to the second side. So this is how it's going to look like, and after that I'm going to fold it like this and I'm going to notch the center. So I'm going to remove the front part from the cloth and I'm going to fold it like this and I'm going to notch the center of the bottom area of the front part and I'm going to place it like this. So I'm going to place the pocket on it and I will make sure that the notch center should match with each other. So I'm going to put my machine on gathers and I'm going to just use it to hold down the pocket like this. So after that I'm going to fold this area and I'm going to make a stitch on it. So I'm going to make another stitch on it as well. So I'm going to do the same thing to the second area as well. So I'm going to remove the stitch I used to hold down the pocket like this and I'm going to fold the top area. So you need to pay full attention to this and you don't need to rush just to make your work very neat. So I'll make sure it's straight, so I'll make sure it doesn't bend. So I'm going to run another stitch on it as well, and if I wish I can leave a single stitch on the top area, but I like to double stitch it. So after the stitching, this is how it looks like. I think it looks perfect and okay. So the next thing is to join the sleeve and the front and the back together. So this is my sleeve, this is the front and this is the back side. So this is the front side. I'm going to place the front side on the front part of the cloth and I'm going to join it together. So I'm going to join the front side of the second sleeve as well. So this is the back part of the cloth and I'm going to join the sleeve to it as well. So this is how it looks like after the stitching. As you can see, it forms the neck. So I'm going to join the sleeve. I'm going to join the side area, starting from the sleeve down to the waist area, down to the hips area rather. I'm going to do the same thing to the second side. So the next thing is to sew the hood. So the hood is 4 pieces, and I'm going to place 2 pieces facing each other like this, and I'm going to start my stitching here down to the center back. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to place 2 pieces facing each other as well, and I'm going to follow the same step of the stitching of the first part. So when I'm done with the stitching of both sides, I'm going to sew it together like this. I'm going to make sure the center of each of it face each other like this, and I'm going to start my stitching from here. So I'm going to mark 3.5 inches because I'm going to make rope hole. So I'm going to mark 3.5 inches, and after reaching the 3.5 inches, I'm going to skip like 1 inch for the hole of the rope. So I'm going to stitch down. I'm also going to mark 3.5 inches. Before reaching the 3.5 inches, I'm going to skip like 1 inch, and I'm going to start the remaining stitches starting from the 1 inch, 3.5 inches I marked. So now I'm going to top stitch the hole of the rope. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to make a top stitch for the hole I make for the rope. After the stitching, this is how it looks like. So now I'm going to stitch here. I'm going to stitch down just to make a space for rope. So this is how the hood looks like after the sewing. So I'm going to stitch the center back like this. I'm going to stitch it down, After stitching it, I'm going to overlap the hood on each other, just like this. This is the essence of the 1 inches I added to the hood depth when I'm cutting the pattern for the overlap of the hood. So the next thing is to attach the hood on the cloth. So I'm going to notch the center back like this, and also I'm going to notch the center front as well. So the overlap area of the hood is going to locate at the center front like this. So the center back will match with the center back I notch on the cloth. So the center back should be matched with the center back I notched. So this is how the hood looks like after joining it to the cloth. The next thing is to take the measurement for my waistband. So I'm going to take the measurement of the hood like this, and it's equivalent to 18 inches. So I'm going to deduct 2 inches from 18 inches, which will equivalent to 16 inches. So here I've already cut the waistband, which is 16 inches. I've deducted 2 inches from the 18 inches I measured, and the height I'm using for the waistband is 7 inches. So when I fold it, it will equivalent to 3.5 inches, and after the sewing, everything will balance to 3 inches. So the hand measurement is 5 inches, and I'm going to cut 3.5 inches. I'm going to deduct 1.5 inches from it. So the next thing is to join it. The next thing is to join the handband. I'm going to attach the handband now. After that, I'm going to sew the waistband as well. So I'm going to fold it like this. After folding it, I'm going to start by the side seam area. So I'll make sure the seam area match with each other like this, and I'm going to start my sewing. So here I'm done with the stitching of the waistband to the hoodie. So now I'm going to attach the handband to it. So I've already folded the handband into 2. The handband height I cut is 6 inches or 6.2 inches. So I had 2 inches, 0.2 inches for the seaming allowance. So because I deducted 3 inches from the from the sleeve length, So this is how it looks like as well. So the next thing is to make a top stitch on the waistband. So I'm going to start my stitching here. So after the stitching in the inside, I'm going to turn it to the right side and I'm going to make a top stitch on it like this. So after the top stitching, it's going to look great and perfect. So you don't need to rush, you just need to be accurate in what you are stitching so that your finishing will look great. So after the top stitch, this is how it looks like. Can you see? It comes out perfectly.